27 years of toppers, the expertise at INR 27,000. Yes, you heard me right. 27 years of experience in just INR 27,000. How and why? If you want to bring some amazing changes in your life, then stay with me till the end of this video. Hello everyone, my name is 𝗪𝗠 and I welcome and thank you for joining this superb webinar. Yes, the webinar on how to unlock your CAT 2025 success with CH EdgeMakers. Watching this video for the next 20 minutes will surely make amazing changes for your next 20 years of your career. Because you might want to listen to some brilliant individuals like the city's CAT topper, our founder and IIM alumnus who will be bringing in front of you some amazing facts about CAT 2025. So just grab a mug of coffee and stay with me till the end of this video. CAT is not just an exam, it's a catalog of opportunities. So let's see what does this catalog have in for you.
Hello friends. So I've been told to kind of discuss with you as to why you should be preparing for CAT, and often I ask people why they should not, because there are so many reasons you should do CAT. First of all, do remember that if you are going to pursue any career which is non-research oriented, so if you're going into some kind of a technical research, then maybe CAT is not for you. But apart from that, if you are going to pursue any career, I feel that you should be preparing for CAT and getting a good MBA from a top level institute like IIMs. Why? Look, you're a BCom, an engineer, whatever graduation you've done. After that, when you join a job, all jobs ultimately after 5, 10, 15 years grow up to become a managerial position careers. You got to reach a stage where you are leading teams, you are managing people, you are managing tasks, and frankly you yourself are not doing the task. So say for example, if you're a coder, you join as a coder, a computer science engineer, okay, you grow up to become a team lead, and then once you become a team lead, your coding task reduces and your managing tasks increases. As a result, the point I'm making is that largely at all careers will finally lead you to a position where you'll become a manager. And at that time, a lack of managerial skills become either a de-accelerator for your career or sometimes even a cap. You do not go out. You will probably find a lot of people at about 6-7 years of their work ex needing an MBA now, and so they start looking for an MBA. By the time they complete 8-10 years, they do their MBA and then kind of start growing. To me, it's a pretty simple thing. You can probably reduce this duration in which you can grow to those managerial level positions by doing a good MBA. So my first logic of suggesting to you as to why you should be preparing for CAT is that ultimately you have to become a manager. Managerial skills are needed, and that it is a great time for you to start early. If you start early, your growths are going to be faster. You're going to grow. You're probably going to get positions which are more responsible earlier. What else? Look, as a graduate, whatever job you'll get into, you'll get a starting salary which is in the range of maybe 2 to 5 lakhs. And then it will grow at a how do I put it, a moderate pace. A good MBA from a great campus can multiply it by many number of X's. So you could possibly start at a level which is maybe 3, 4, 5 times what you can get as a graduate. And the salary growth, the responsibility growth, both would be many times more than just a regular graduate. So to me, this is a great opportunity. But then I'm sure there are more questions beyond this that you start thinking about. So say for example, a lot of people ask me that MBA, after doing certain number of work, certain number of years in a corporate profile, is it better than doing it fresh? To me, this question is a very academic one. You are assuming that whether you take CAT now or whether you take CAT after 3 or 4 years of work ex, you'll get selected. My answer to this question is a very practical one. Think about it. I think what is more important is not when you do an MBA, but where you do it from. So to me, what is important is that you get a good campus. Okay, if you get a great campus to do an MBA from, everything that I said the validations that will happen to your career are going to happen. If you're not going to do an MBA, if you're going to do an MBA from an XYZ institute, maybe everything that I say is not so true. As a result, what am I saying? I'm saying you should join an MBA, when you get a good enough campus, which will add value to your current profile. Whether you do it as a fresh student or maybe after some work ex, doesn't matter. So, my point of view is that start today. Because if as a fresh guy, you get selected to an IIM, let's say, a top IIM, okay, you have a head start, in comparison to your peer group. And you can, 5 or 10 years down the line, you will see that you are much ahead of those, those guys. So I think it's an academic question. To me, start preparing well and then, crack a good campus as soon as possible, because that will add a lot of value to your career in terms of profile that you get, the salary growth that you get, and the satisfaction that you get out of the job.
From whiskers to winners, CH EdgeMakers success formula. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Yes, I am talking about the city's CAT topper from our institute, 𝗪𝗲, who will be coming to you right now in this webinar to tell you how did he benefit from CH EdgeMakers.
Hello everyone, I am 𝗪𝗲 and I appeared for CAT 2024 after graduating from IIT Kharagpur. My percentile this year was 99.94. If I talk about my journey so far, back in my JEE days, I was studying under the guidance of Vijit sir, and back then I wanted to have some sort of a backup, and I thought of IP-MAT as my backup. So I spoke to Vijit sir and he then recommended the name of Ajay sir to me, and we've been in close contact ever since. Right from my IP-MAT days to my CAT days, he's been a constant guiding figure in my life, not only academically or strategically, but most importantly, emotionally. I came close to giving up several times after my poor performance on mocks and my frustration during practice sessions. But he and my family have been a solid rock in my life, guiding me through all those hardships, and I really couldn't have done it without them. CHEM has really helped me with this, is that the material, the course content and the mock tests are very relevant to CAT and very close to the examination's difficulty as well. At the end, I would just like to thank Ajay sir and CH for all of the love and support that they've given me. I really couldn't have done it without them. Thank you, CH.
Don't just stop at CAT. Unleash your inner exam warrior and conquer them all. When I say conquer them all, yes, the other exams than CAT. CAT is the spark, definitely, but other exams will add fuel fire to your success.
Hello guys, let's discuss what all other exams you can take apart from CAT. Well, why people take CAT? Because most number of MBA colleges, all good MBA colleges take score of CAT. And because of this logic only, you should take other exams, like the first one is XAT, XAT, which is conducted in first week of January. Why you should take it? Because apart from XLRI, Jamshedpur, you can get into many other good B schools. They take score of XAT also. So this is another exam that you should target. Reason number 2 for targeting this exam is, it is after 1 month, almost a month after CAT. So you get that time to prepare yourself. Let's say if you don't perform well in CAT, you can perform well in XAT. As they say, don't make it a 1-match series. Make it a 2-match or a 3-match series, so that you, even if you fail in a match, you can do it well in the second or the third match. Let's talk about another exam that you can take apart from CAT and XAT. That exam is NMAT. NMAT is normally conducted thrice. So you can take several attempts, but normally we recommend taking one attempt after CAT. Why one attempt? Because 𝗪𝗲 Munji Mumbai campus, they take only the first score of NMAT. So what you can do is, you can take it after CAT, prepare well and take it. So roughly target it, keeping it around first week or second week of December, so that you have 10-15 days to reorient yourself after CAT and prepare for it. Also, through 𝗪𝗲 Munji, you can fill different forms. They only give you 5 options. You can fill 4 more colleges apart from 𝗪𝗲 Munji. You can fill colleges like Great Lakes. You can fill colleges like KJ Somaiya. So you have different options. That's another reason why you can take NMAT, because many colleges, they take X course of NMAT as well. Well, apart from these 3 exams, you can take SNAP, which is conducted in December. Again, there are 3 attempts that you can take. So, you can pick a slot of SNAP in December. So, that's another exam that you can take. SNAP is for Symbiosis, Pune. The last exam that you can take is CMAT. CMAT this year has got conducted in January. So imagine next year also it will be in January. So that's another exam that you can target. Although very few good colleges normally take score of CMAT, so this should be kept as a last resort or last option. So these are the 4 exams that you should take apart from CAT.
Time to crack the code and unlock CAT. Let's dive into what's asked. From chaos to clarity, let's see how structured preparation can transform your CAT journey.
So, I'll answer this question in 2 parts. One, what do they technically ask in it, and what exactly are they testing? These are 2 different issues. So most people will tell you that CAT has 3 sections, which is correct. One is quantitative aptitude, the other is verbal ability, and the third is data interpretation and logical reasoning. Now, technically speaking, what is quantitative aptitude? So it is just math. Largely, the mathematics that you've learned till 10th class is something that gets covered as a syllabus. But there is a very fine difference between mathematics and aptitude. That is something that everybody needs to understand. The questions are, in terms of the knowledge level that is required of mathematics, you will require just the 10th level knowledge. If you have done fairly okay till 10th level in maths, okay, then you should be able to negotiate this section. The problem is, a lot of people think that if you, let's say, had achieved 90, 100 marks in 10th, you should be pretty okay with Q and you should be able to handle it. Well, there are 2 things that are different. One, the way question is framed and approached, it becomes a little tricky to look at it. Second, speed is important because you will have to do more than 30 odd questions in an hour. Now, which then requires little more than just mathematics. So what you'll require is a structured approach to problem solving. How do you structure questions and quickly and then solve it? It will also require you to have very comfortable, how do I put it, cozy relationship with numbers. If you're good at numbers, if you're good at calculations, it's a great thing to do in quantitative aptitude. Second, verbal ability. Now, verbal ability broadly can be divided into 2-3 parts. So it asks questions which has to do with English usage. The way do you understand the right usage and structure of English? Number 1. Number 2, and very important, is your ability to read fast and comprehend it well, because the largest portion of this section is reading comprehension, where you'll need to read a passage and then answer questions based on the passages. Now, maybe you have done some kind of unseen passages exercise in your schools and colleges, and so you may feel that this is something that you should be able to do easily. Honestly, that's not very true, because the way questions are framed again requires deeper understanding of the text that we've read, and also a lot of interpretation of what was not clearly said in the paragraph. So that's the other thing. Now, what else do they ask? Now, frankly, they don't ask questions on direct words or vocabulary, but at CHEM we always suggest that whether they ask those questions or not, you need a deep, wide, good vocabulary, because that improves both of the other 2 things, your English usage and reading comprehension. So to us, the preparation also means that you'll enrich your vocabulary, you'll know more words at their usages level. Third, and sometimes the most challenging portion people feel, is data interpretation, logical reasoning. I'll explain both of them very quickly. Data interpretation means that you'll be given data in various formats. You may get a table, a graph, a mix of them, a pie chart. Nowadays the world is full of such kind of visual representation of data. So this data is given, and then based on that data, questions are asked. Once again, what is required? If you've done 10th level math, I think knowledge wise you are okay, you can do it. But again, what is required is, how do you quickly understand that data, understanding questions, developing quick approaches to solve them and get the right answers. Once again, your comfort with numbers is going to be a great help if you're going to be good at data. Third, logical reasoning. Now, what does logical reasoning mean? You see, it can vary from you can get a puzzle, you can get a arrangement kind of a question, you can get a sequence kind of a question, you can get a relationship kind of a question, lots of questions. It could be visual reasoning, etc. It tests your ability to collect a lot of clues, make a wholesome picture and then be able to answer questions based on it. This requires a lot of reasoning ability, what we call reasoning, which is collecting data from clues, connecting them and creating a big picture so that you can then get the entire set right. Now this is one skill which you have probably not been taught or trained on in your school or colleges under any kind of a formal course, and hence this looks new to a lot of people. The skills checked are similar to that of verbal ability and QA, but the entire approach is different, and hence this often turns out to be a very challenging section for most people who are preparing for CAT. So that is what is asked. Now once I tell you that this is all asked, what should you how should you prepare for it? Let me say one line. You got to follow a very structured approach to preparing for this CAT. Now I have been doing it for last 25 plus years. I meet a lot of people who think that preparing for CAT is about taking more tests and then kind of appearing in more and more tests, mock tests. Well, that's probably right, but it is not just that. You do a lot of mock tests and analysis beyond. First, you got to prepare your foundation right, and hence I see preparation in kind of 4 stages. Number 1 stage is that you get all your concepts right. So look at it this way. You've done a lot of topics in math till class 10th. Now you got to kind of revise them all. You know them, but you really don't know them. That's the way it is, right? So you need to kind of revise them and in fact collect a lot of knowledge together in small pieces so that they are there when you start solving questions. So as a result, to me, spend the first couple of months or maybe 3-4 months into building a good foundational concept on each of these areas: QA, verbal ability and DLR. Once that is done, I think what is required is once you've collected all the concepts, they'll be forgotten because it's not easy to remember all of them. They become a part of you habitually, will require you to have practiced a lot of questions. So our second stage, what I would suggest is that what you do is, now take topic wise questions, increase the challenge level and apply all those concepts, thoroughly so that they become a part of you. Once that is done, you are ready for, mock testing. Okay. And that's when you should do what a lot of people start doing right at the start. Okay. Look for short tricks, look for faster, ways of solving, strategize. All this will require you to appear in a lot of mock tests one after the other and analyze your performance and then kind of make corrections and then improve. So, if you realize this, the first step will take about 2 to 3 months. Next step, another couple of months, and then mock testing, which is another 3 to 4 months. So this is almost, somewhere between 8 to 12 months kind of a effort that you should put in a structured fashion. If you do this, okay, by the time CAT happens, you are kind of more or less ready. Okay, both contextually, by content and also by your mental preparation, mental toughness, because you'll have to go through those 2 hours, okay, in a very, how do I put it, highly charged state of mind. Did I forget something? Yes. Remember that once you have prepared for CAT and you've even cracked CAT, you still not, reached an IIM. You'll go through what is called either group discussions, surely an interview, and in many cases, a writing ability test. So you are not just being tested on QA, VA, DLR. After that, you will be tested on whether you are connected to your environment, by environment, what I mean is your city, your state, your country, your entire earth and the universe. So what is happening there, with a specific focus on things that are related to business, economy, commerce, because that's what MBA is all about. Now, do you think that after cracking CAT, you will be able to develop all this? I think that's a very big ask. So as you start preparation of your CAT right from the start, develop a good reading habit, a good, good English newspaper daily, probably a business newspaper and some magazines. That should be a regular diet over, let's say, 6 to 8 months, 10 months. Then you have a much bigger picture of what is going around you, and that becomes a very helpful thing once you cross the CAT hurdle and then get into the group discussions, interviews and writing ability test. Okay, so look at it this way: if you've built content over the months and then have worked on all the 3 sections structurally well, you are kind of ready. After CAT, you can go through some couple of months of preparation on group discussions, writing ability and interviews. And all the reading that you've done will be very, very helpful in those sections. I hope that this small capsule of Gyan helps you get a bigger picture of how exactly to prepare, okay, for CAT. I'm sure Saurabh will talk to you about how we can help you do that.
From CAT aspirant to CAT achiever to CAT topper, CH EdgeMakers is your success partner. How does a CH EdgeMakers student is amazingly different from others? Why CHEM?
Hello guys, so let's discuss how we can help. Number one, experience matters. You must have heard this. We started in 1997, so 27 years. We have seen days when CAT was more than 200 questions long, and now hardly 70 questions. So we have seen the whole journey. We have been training students since then, so we know what matters most for creating toppers. So point number one, experience matters. And second is, experience of creating toppers matters more. So every year we have produced people who have scored more than 99.9 percentile. Every year. Point number one. Point number two, we have also have students who scored 100 percentile. We are not talking about faculty who has scored 100 percentile. We are talking about student who has scored 100 percentile. So we know what it takes to crack CAT or other exams. So that's the point number two. Point number three, for us, you matter. That is, we keep a close eye on our students. At CH EdgeMakers, we have this. At CH EdgeMakers, we believe in helping students from day one, and that's why as soon as you start your course here, you'll be allotted a mentor. A mentor who is just a WhatsApp or a call away. You can talk, discuss any kind of issue that you are facing. He or she will try to focus and monitor your growth, and then also help you, also reminding you to be regular, reminding you to take tests, pushing you to perform better. So we have this mentoring approach. In our student-centric approach, what we do is we ask them to come here, sit, study. We have a dedicated place where you can come. So faculty members are nearby, so you can contact and solve your doubts. What better than this? For us, students come first. So faculty members are available for you to solve your doubts. Apart from that, we provide most number of contact hours, that is classroom hours. When I say most, believe me, they are the most. You can go and check it out. Apart from that, we have most comprehensive courseware which takes care of all variety of questions, all topics, from simple most to the difficult, from QA to VA, from GA, everywhere, everything. So that's our next USP. Talking about the next thing, we have most comprehensive courseware wherein we cover all topics not just of CAT, also topics of XAT, NMAT, SNAP, CMAT, or for that matter any other exam. We provide most number of printed pages or questions. That's the next thing that we offer. Therein we cover questions from QA to GA to easy to difficult, each and every kind. So you will have complete practice on whatever you will learn. You will have ample material or courseware to hone your skills. The next thing, test. Tests are very important for any exam, especially for competitive exams. The more tests you take, the better you become. So what we do is, we start testing from week 1. That is, as soon as you enter in our first module, which is termed as Ignite, which is a basic module. After first week only, there is a test based on whatever you have learned in that week. So weekly tests start as early as first week. Next, when you enter the next module, which is Accelerate, by the time we start the full length test. So therein we introduce full length test. Accelerate is basically a module where first we revise whatever you have learned in Ignite, and then we take you to those difficult or advanced questions. So therein we start full length test. Again, few full length tests are based on topics, few are based on any exam. So that's how we provide you immense practice of test. few of the tests are proctored. That is, we will take you to a place where CAT is actually conducted, and there you will take test. So you can imagine the kind of efforts we take to help you crack CAT, and that's why results speak. The next thing is faculty members. Well, for preparation you require good mentoring. So as I said, we will become your mentors, number one, and number two, who have done their MBA from top 20 B schools. They're pretty experienced in coaching and training students. So you'll get good faculty members. And last but not the least, this is the only coaching where we will not leave you after CAT. Normally what happens is, after CAT, people forget you. But here, we will not. We will take you to the journey of all other management entrance exams which are termed as OMETs. So we'll take you to all the OMETs, then there will be group preparation of personal interviews, writing ability test. There is a comprehensive B school support, so there will be dedicated people who will help you in filling the form, who will help you in identifying which B schools or colleges you should target, each and everything. So from exam form filling support to B school counseling support, everything will be there. So it is not just a course of, let's say, if someone joins in January and feels it's a 1 year course till December only. No, it will be till June. So we will be there till your selection, and that's why you can trust on us.
To avail this 27 years of experience in just INR 27,000 like nowhere else, the link is given in the description. Please go to that link and register yourself real soon. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest notifications and updates.